Where is everybody? You're muted.
Yes, there's Louise. Oh, no, maybe Louise is muted.
Oh, sorry. God, it's only the second time today I've been muted. My apologies. Thank you for joining the campus Zoom. Haven't had one in a while that I was there, so I appreciate everybody coming in. We have an agenda. It's, let's see, if you want to see it, it's, wait, already in the chat probably. Yes, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie, on the ball. Terrific. We have a lot of announcements to make, and we'll get straight into those before we have a quick discussion period. Not quick, but let's get those done. First is UH System Common Scholarship, and I know Noel is going to tell us about that. So Noel, please.
Hi, sorry, I was trying to get this into the chat, but just a quick reminder, the UH Common Scholarship app is now open. It will close on March 1st. Please encourage all of your students to apply. There's a lot of funds within the UH Common Scholarship. Sometimes we don't spend them all. So please have them apply. It's probably the easiest way to apply to a bunch of scholarships through one avenue, all right? So I will put this in the link over there. The most common thing that you will be asked once you tell students about this common scholarship is they're going to ask for letters of recommendations, right? Because that's probably the part that students don't think about until they actually try to apply and notice that they have to put those things in there. So please alert them that there are things like a personal statement, some letters of support from other faculty that they might start to either talk more with their instructors or counselors or help develop this relationship. So these people may feel more comfortable doing it. But if you could please share the word that the UH Common Scholarship is open. Usually students ask about it in April and May when the scholarship is already closed, right? So they always forget about the timeline from now through March 1st. So please encourage them to apply. You do not have to turn in a FAFSA. This is nothing to do with FAFSA. Basically, all you have to do is be enrolled in any of the CCs in any kind of degree. So you need to be a degree seeking student. International students are also eligible. There's some scholarships, regardless of your status, your citizenship, you can apply to these. There are some scholarships specific to international students. So this is usually the best place to find alternative sources of funds if you do not qualify for financial aid. And that's it.
Questions about the scholarships for Noel? You can put them in the chat or you can unmute and ask. Okay, thanks, Noel. Miku, I think the next three are yours. So you want to give us a summary?
Yeah, happy to. And actually, I'm just going to screen share and I'm going to pass it over to KH to do the first one.
All right, aloha kako. My name is Kwan Hong, and I serve as a co-chair of the Sustainability Committee. We as a committee are sensing the possibilities of walking out of the shadow of the pandemic. So we have a series of events planned. We are now making two announcements today for campus leaders. One is sustainability across the curriculum event, and then sustainability calendar, which will be presented by the other co-chair, Alex. So this is the first time that we would like to make this event, not only for faculty and staff members, but also for students. So if you can help us to promote this event, it will be great. And this event will feature a virtual forest bathing walk, which Miku will give us more detail. And we will also have highlights of student and faculty projects with sustainability. We will also promote the sustainability designation and provide opportunities for further discussion in breakout rooms. And of course, the virtual forest bathing walk is basically good for everyone. So you can just jump in at 9 a.m. on October 14th, Friday, and then have the experience and move on to your day, and they will be wonderful. And Miku, you can take over from here.
I was,
KH.
oh,
Go ahead.
okay, thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to show just a picture. So as part of our virtual forest bathing walk, I'll be live streaming from my phone out in the Makiki Arboretum, and we have a special guest who we are going to be encountering on the trail. So I'll keep that a surprise for now. I'll just be live streaming birdsong and natural sounds and sights for you all. And you can come with your cup of tea and we'll have a little toast at the end. So I'll just kind of leave it at that. You can put any questions for me in the chat. And I think then I'm going to hand it over to Alex to talk about the calendar. Is that right?
Thanks, Miku. Hi, Alex.
Hi, folks. It's good to see everybody. So yeah, as KH and Miku have suggested, in the Sustainability Committee, we're trying to prioritize just reconnecting, reintegrating important themes as we walk out of the shadows, as KH put it, of COVID. And so, you know, we're doing different events, and this is a small, but I think an important tool that's part of that effort. You know, we are so good at doing sustainability stuff on campus, but especially during COVID, we've sort of lost track of each other, and we've had to let go of certain things, you know, to wait for things to normalize a little bit. And so we thought, let's get it all in one place again, and let's encourage, you know, the big picture to be available and present, and to invite people to participate. So it's a very simple thing. It's just a calendar that I'm populating. It looks beautiful because Miku did that. She created the shell for the calendar. And so if you have any sorts of interest in looking into what's happening with sustainability, please use the calendar. Consider sharing it with your students as a way of just participating and reconnecting and reintegrating, as I said. If you have an event that you would like to promote, please let me know. Please email me. And you know, the events that are especially appropriate for our calendar are things that are happening on campus or through the campus. And also, you know, keep in mind that sustainability is not just about ecology. That's an important pillar of sustainability, but sustainability is also social justice. It's also cultural richness. So if you're not sure if your event is appropriate for the sustainability calendar, go ahead and send it to me anyway, you know, and we'll figure it out, you know, and a lot of things do fit under the umbrella of sustainability. So that's about it. And yeah, I'm your contact for the calendar. Please reach out if you have any questions or if you have any events.
Thanks, Alex.
Okay, back to me. So I just wanted to put an invitation into the chat for an upcoming Community Resilience Hub workshop, and pictures say it all. Oh, not that picture. That's a good one too. This is a snapshot of the last event that we had. It was at the Waikiki Community Center. And this is just all about community resilience and specifically identifying a hub, a physical structure in each of the different neighborhoods and regions across the island. It's a project we're working with University of Hawaii Manoa, Department of Urban and Regional Planning, as well as the City and County of Honolulu. But what's really fantastic are the resilience core leaders that are in charge of every table. So the workshop that's coming up on the 12th, it'll be online, and it'll be students who will be facilitating your breakout room. So it's a great way to just see the amazing talents of our students and then also contribute your ideas for resilience planning. Here's the flyer here, and you can see the link in the chat. So that's everything.
Thanks. Other questions for KH or Alex or Miku about the sustainability and community projects? Okay, on the subject of community, I'll ask Carol to tell you a little bit about another community event that's happening soon.
Okay, thank you, Louise. Tomorrow evening from 5 to 6 o'clock, there will be another virtual town hall meeting with Chancellor Pagato. And actually, it's going to be her last town hall meeting. She's probably celebrating. Anyway, it's an update about the Culinary Institute of the Pacific Phase 2. The construction representatives and a representative from UH and our team here on campus will be there to tell you what's happening or what's happened since July. And I did put the registration link in the chat, so please sign up. Thank you.
Thanks, Carol. I'm gonna skip the chancellor search because we have a little bit more to talk about because there's a bunch of questions at the end. So Eugen, I saw that you're here. I don't know if Sean is on, but you want to talk about AUW? Hi, Eugen.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Chancellor. Thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much, everyone, for your support to the AUW events that we had. Let me just share the screen real quick. Hopefully everyone was able to visit our website that we created. So this is the website we created, and we wanted to coordinate a couple more events, but then we had 4 major events that we ran. So first one was the ukulele concert, which you can still watch the video. You can visit the YouTube link. And if you want to make donations, oh, sorry, like I was keep watching everything, every day, daily watching and bring the views higher. But you can make donations still through the website, and you can watch the concert that we had. And the concert starts from the 31 minutes and 30 seconds, so you can avoid the first part of the waiting. So thank you very much for those who came in person and watched online. And we had on the same day, we had the the Chef Allen's bento, $10 bento. I hope people enjoyed. And thank you, everyone. It was sold out. So we had those 2 events, and yesterday we just finished 2 more events. One was bake sale that was done by Chef Tiffany. It was mini loaf cake. Sorry, it was a little tiny, like smaller than I thought, but I hope everyone enjoyed. And we also had another event which was an auction. And thank you, everyone. All the items are all sold. So we had alcohols, ukulele cases, and some ceramic or jewelries and stuff. For those people who donated the items to us, thank you very much. Here. And and you can still visit our website for the ukulele concert. If you want to look at the concert program, you can check the program that we created as you watch the YouTube video. And all of the players, thanks to those players too, everyone donated their time. So we were not able to do this without your help, everyone's help, especially Chancellor Administrative Services like Lisa, Allison, and thank you very much, Darsh, like HR people, Darsh, and Maria for letting us using their website. That was a huge help. And for facility management, Wanda and Kelp people, especially for the concert and auction, we were not able to do it without their help, like for the video streaming, live streaming. And for culinary department, for Grant and Chef Allen and Chef Tiffany's and their class students, and the OSED and other departments. And it was, at first, we were like, or all panicking. But then we worked it as an office. However, you know, like international office, the life is like some people are in and out because of their vacation and business trips. So it was kind of always like 3 and 4 people working at the same time. So it was a little hard, but I hope everyone enjoyed. I hope the experience was a little bit unique. But thank you very much. And you can still make donations if you like to. And let me just share screen one more time. You can visit our website, or you can visit the website that was emailed to you, or you can access from today's agenda. You can go to Give Now, and you can log in with your login information. And this will ask you, it has different, yeah. So this shows you can make donations like cash, check, credit card, payroll, direct bills. So all of these options are available. So we have a couple more days until this Friday. So if you're interested to donate a little bit more, we're happy to receive the donations. And again, thank you everyone again for supporting Aloha United Way. That was coordinated by Honda International Center. The auction was interesting actually, but thank you everyone.
Thank you. It was great. You guys did super good. Since the campaign is still going on, at some point you'll want to report on the monies that were raised at Kapiolani. And there was a question in the chat about, did we meet our goals? So I'll let you report on that when things are completed. So thank you everyone for participating. Thank you so much HIC for the most amazing experiences through AUW fundraising. And I did watch the concert from Japan and thought it was just amazing. So thank you for doing that and letting the world see it as well. Thanks, Eugene and all.
Do you guys know how close we are to our goal?
The goal is 176,000, but from our campus, I was kind of expecting a lot more, but then I think we have about, I don't know, like we don't know how much money we raised for the online viewers for the concert, but just with our campus, I think we raised a little over like 5,000, I think. So we definitely need more donations. Yes.
Okay. You might want to also track who's donating directly to AUW from Kapiolani. You can ask, check with Darsh and Maria about how you can find out who else is doing it on the side, not just through your events. And that way we'll be able to add it all up together.
Thank you.
Terrific. There's some announcement in the chat and some questions in the agenda, not the chat, about the Chancellor's search. So you saw the announcement. The 4 finalists have been published. There is a forum, campus forum on October 13. It's in Ohia 118. There's a link to the finalists and the schedule. It starts at 10. Every applicant, every selectee has, no, let me back up. Every finalist has an hour. The first session is at 10:15, I believe, and the last session begins at 2, and they are for an hour each time. It's open to everybody on the campus. It will be in person. There is not a Zoom option. So please do consider attending. This is very important. It's your one chance to really have opportunities to see for yourselves who the applicants are and ask the questions that are important to you, to your AGO, to your unit. It is important to be present for that. There is not going to be a recording. So it's your one chance to meet the finalists and to ask the questions that are important, as I said. So please do consider. We will be encouraging people who are in offices to be present. And that means if you need to shut your office to meet the selectee, I gotta get it right, the finalists, then please talk to your supervisor and we will encourage them to close the office during those periods because of the significance of those conversations that will take place on October 13th. What questions do you have about that? Anything? No. Okay. Let me turn it over to Kara. Kara's got an update on strategic planning for us. Thank you, Kara. In person this time.
Yeah, I do have a bit of an update, and I think I also kind of want to see what we're going to do as a collective for the campus. So unfortunately, I know I won't be able to make it to the chancellor search next week. There's a conference and I'm a vice president of an organization. So it would have been nice to have more than 5 business days or 6 business days for us who've had things planned for months. So, but I know the folks who will be there will make great decisions, and I'm looking forward to seeing that process. In the meantime, another exciting endeavor, we do have the CAC feedback. So for those of you who are on the Chancellor's Advisory Committee, if you're part of that email listserv, then you've already seen it, but I have linked that in the chat, a Tableau dashboard, and hopefully the link works this time. I had some issues last time. But you can take a look just to see the trends in terms of what's going on by department level, as well as those who have volunteered for the different working groups. So we're so grateful for your energy, time, and insights to help us contribute to that board to answer those questions related to strategic planning. And I did notice that in the past for some of this with CAC, we've had like so many people contribute, like maybe 30 different groups and things. So this one was only 13, and I don't know if that's indicative of where we are as a campus in terms of where we are with our strategic planning. So hopefully we will ramp that up, because as we know, we're going to have a new chancellor in just a few months. We don't want to leave them hanging without any kind of guidelines for a strategic plan. So this really has to kind of get things done in the next couple of months here. So to do that, I know we have a mission. So Louise can talk a little bit maybe about the mission statement and rolling that out at CAC. And then also if there's any kind of buzz or anything from those folks who are in charge of the working groups around the different themes of Kuleana to Hawaiians in Hawaii, looking at workforce development, and of course our student success. So those will be kind of the 3 areas our campus is going to be participating in. So that's what's going on campus-wide. And then as far as what's going on at the system level, there is one more chance, and I'm so sorry because sustainability across the curriculum, they've done such tremendous efforts to be in communication with me to make sure things aren't overlapping. And I dropped the ball and didn't have this on our calendar for the campus. But there will be one more opportunity for faculty and staff, administrators, department chairs, deans, etc. Next Friday, the 14th, from 8:30 to 10. So that will be looking, kind of going through doing one imperative in a considerate board, and then also having conversations in breakout rooms. So what a unique opportunity for you all to have these dialogues across campus within different, the UH system, the community colleges, as well as campus levels, conversations around these different areas we're so passionate about. And then we are having a student focused one. So I will be reaching out to our student congress, and perhaps we can also get something, a blast to our students to attend the afternoon, next Friday afternoon. And then that's going to be it. We don't think, we're still in talks about whether or not we're going to do some asynchronous feedback for this, or whether or not part of this participation has to be the attendance within these town halls. So I'll keep you posted on that. So I think that's it from me. And then, yeah, Louise, if you want to step in and talk a little bit about the mission group, the mission statement, or also the working groups, I think that would be helpful for folks, because I'm getting some questions about the volunteering and things. So thanks.
Thanks, Carol. The mission statement has been under discussion for some months now. And the last stage of drafting it was sharing with the AGOs who provided feedback on the draft that was sent to them. That feedback has now been incorporated into a subsequent draft. I didn't number the drafts. I should have. We're probably on 5.0 by now, or 6.0. And my plan is to share this with the CAC at the meeting on October 20th. And I'll make sure that you guys, the CAC members and friends, get the draft as well as the procedure, because I kept track of what was happening at every stage and who was providing feedback. So I'll have that document attached to or linked to the agenda. So you will have it for CAC with the agenda at least 10 days before, and you could take a look at it, and we'll be taking your feedback at that time. I'm hoping that CAC feedback will be the end, and that we can submit to the board for the November meeting, and have a new revised, updated mission statement to accompany the strategic plan once we're done with that in the spring semester. The faculty and staff who considered those questions that Kara talked about also indicated the names of individuals who might be interested in continuing the conversation on those general areas, those imperatives in the strategic plan. And each of those areas has a member of the administrative team as the lead, and they have been asked to convene those groups of people who have volunteered, start fleshing out some specific actions or objectives within those general parameters. And my hope is that we have a slight shift in perspective. Right now, what was shared by the UH system, as well as how we began, was we had 3 imperatives or strands or directions. The system has 4. They have another one for innovation and research, which we did not include in ours. But the 3, to just remind you, were student success, workforce development, and kuleana to Native Hawaiians and Hawaii. My thought is to change that a little bit. And rather than siloing everything about Native Hawaiians into that one area, my preference is that we use that as an overarching principle, that we see that principle reflected in the other 2 imperatives, rather than isolating them in their own little bucket by themselves. So that was my suggestion to the ELT, and we'll see how that plays out as they convene the groups in the next few weeks. So if you volunteered, you should be receiving an invitation from an ELT member very soon. Questions about strategic plan and or mission? Anything?
I think that, so Louise, I think that's great. And I don't know, I don't say Kahele Cruz on the call, but I know that at the system, there's some talks too about kind of having the Native Hawaiian aspects of culture and people integrated throughout. So I think that is a trend too that we're talking about at system level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we mentioned it to the president when we met, the chancellors met with him and his officers, and we suggested it back then about a month ago. So conversation is bubbling, but nobody seems to be making happen. So we may be the first off to do that. Other questions, other comments about strategic planning or mission? Okay, I added just this thing to the agenda. Just recently, we completed a week-long celebration of food and culture through the Culinary Institute of the Pacific. It was a first conference that the CIPs put on. It was called Near and Far 2022. We had multiple activities across every day. The Monday was a special session for chefs and the Koji alchemists. learning a lot about how to use fermentation. They met, Rich Shee and Jeremy Umansky met with the local chefs, talked to them about how they could use fermentation in cuisine. We had on a Tuesday, private reception for the guest speakers with donors and sponsors at Kapahale. And I don't know if you've been to Kapahale, but I would encourage you to go and have good food cooked and presented to you by a graduate of the Kapiolani program. His name is Chef Keaka Lee. And so he did magic things with locally sourced products. And it was really quite a wonderful reception. The next day was the whole day of conferences, great presentations at the Queen Kapiolani Hotel. Alan Wong was there. We had lunch done by one of the guest chefs, Chef David Fu, and Andrew Lay from Pig and a Lady, and Jared, who is the graduate of Kapiolani, and Jared Kaya, and he's the chef at the Queen K, and had a reception of farm to glass in the afternoon. The topics range from circular economies, which I know Jackie Lindo talks about, technology, sustainability, tourism, food, all kinds of things. We had a writer from the New York Times who was part of the panel. And so an amazing array of outstanding speakers. And then the next day was all about the students. Those guest speakers came and spent the day with them, showing students different aspects of the culinary world, different ways of career pathways that don't necessarily lead to restaurant or hotel work. And they were quite engaged. And thank you to ESOL students who came and joined in the afternoon to hear. And then on Friday, thanks to Auntie Coco and Lavache for organizing again Ohana food distribution. And so more than 200 cars, I understand, drove by to pick up boxes. And October 14 is the next day when there'll be another drive-through food distribution. And they're always looking for volunteers to help load up boxes, load up cars, direct the traffic, take names, all of that other kind of stuff. So it was a great week. Oh, Miku, you had the koji flank steak. Yes, apparently it's a great tenderizer. They did weird things with koji at the conference, and I think the students did too. We had a tasting thing. So if you know about miso, it's very salty, and so koji is just miso in many different forms. And we had a taste test. Chef Alan Wong led us through tasting the different kinds of miso, and the two guys did too. And one of the misos was fermented cookie dough. Chocolate chip cookie dough was fermented and had an interesting kind of fermented sweet kind of a thing. But the last fermented thing that we were asked to taste, we were not told what it was until after we had tasted it. And it was fermented lamb testicles, which if you had known that, you wouldn't have tasted it, but it was just like super salty. But it's all about not wasting anything and using chemistry to enhance flavors rather than adding salt necessarily. So miso in everything for everyone. So it was a great week. Thank you, Lynn, for putting on the photo gallery in there. You'll see all the peeps. We had so much help from so many people. And so thank you, John and Grant in particular. Dave Evans was a moderator for one of the panels. Lynn spent a lot of time preparing this, as did Melanie, the consultant with whom we're working. And it was a glorious set of events, set the tone for what CIP is and can be. Okay. Let's see, that's about the whole agenda, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look. Yep. Anyone on the call have anything they'd like to share?
I do.
Yay, go.
Hi, everybody. It's Auntie Coco. This Saturday, we will be having Malama Kapio Lani. And again, we are getting all our students to come out, service learning, volunteer hours to actually help us with taking care of our beautiful gardens that we have here. So if you've got students who need that extra credit or service learning hours, please have them sign up. I will be sending out another notice out in our KCC news blast. But come join us for half the day, beautify our campus, enjoy the tours of our gardens, and just getting out and meeting everybody. That would be really, really great. Okay, mahalo.
Thanks, Auntie Coco. Roman,
Hello, everyone. So BOSA, the Board of Student Activities, is doing a haunted house. So if any of you can and you would like to help out, we're making a lot of our things. So we're in Iliahi 123, the Kamokila Student Center, every day, Monday through Thursday from 11 to 4. We'll be working on stuff. So this week we're working on making bodies. Next week will be props and house, and then we'll be doing walls.
where are you setting up the haunted house, Roman?
It'll be in the Kamakila Student Center.
The whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's the plan.
Who gets to go to the haunted house, the community or just us on campus?
Students. So students and then either faculty or staff who have either helped or donated items can attend.
Miku's asking if you still need newspaper.
Oh, yes, we'll take newspaper.
Okay, great. I've been
Thank you.
stockpiling it for you.
Thank you.
So Roman, it was before your time at the campus, but those who've been around for a long time will remember the haunted house that used to be at the basement of NIO. Did anybody go to that? It was really spooky because it was like they had no windows. It was pitch dark, and they had people jumping out of the walls. They had bubble wrap on the floor, so when you walked, it was like it was really scary, really scary. So you might want to talk to Carl or those guys and ask them what they did, because they were just Gene Phillips. Yeah, he was it. It was scary. Sonny, you went. I mean, you knew it was fake, but oh my God, you would be jumping everywhere. People coming out of the walls.
It didn't matter if it was fake. I was scared anyway. And Shelley was there too. She freaked out. Wasn't Kevin involved?
I'm sure Kevin did that professionally back in the day.
And Jason Akiyama.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was one of the scare masters.
Roman, you should get bubble wrap. That will freak people out, especially if you have it in a scary spot.
Yeah, that was a good idea. When I heard bubble wrap, I was like, oh yes, okay. So if anyone has bubble wrap, that'd be great.
I have bubble wrap. I can get you some, but the big kind is better because it really pops.
Absolutely, the big ones are the best.
Yeah.
Good to know. But yes, thank you. Well, if anyone can help, we'll be here Monday through Thursday, 11 to 4. Even like 30 minutes really helps. So thank you.
Okay. And I'm thinking, because we got this glitchy news and events bulletin, this is going to be the forum for telling people what's going on, but we only do it once a month. So I'm sorry that glitchy thing happened, but now you have to go every day to see the bulletin because you're not going to get it in your email, which is going to be awful. Sorry. Other announcements, other comments, other questions? Okay, then I thank you for joining us for October. We'll see you November, the first Wednesday in November. In the meantime, help out at BOSA, get your scary on, and take advantage of all these wonderful opportunities that are being put forward for engaging with your colleagues and your students in various capacities. We are seeing more action on the campus, more humans on the campus. It is really wonderful. So the more activities we can have that promote that engagement, I think we'll be better off. Hi, Calvin. Got anything to say? Okay. All right. Then see you guys next month. Be well. Bye, everybody. Unmute, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.
Bye. Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Bye.